Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Nightcap. We're doing this every Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're bringing you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can actually use for tomorrow. And Bitcoin took an old dump-do today. We did have FOMC meeting, Chair Powell. He had a little discussion today. It was really a mixed bag, and it was kind of almost contradicting at times, and I think that had an impact on the market, as well as they're saying, hey, they're going to reduce the amount of interest rate cuts next year, which was not what people were really expecting, and I think that was kind of the catalyst for this move down. But that being said, there was some liquidity. We did talk about that. There were some really important support levels. We have now kind of fallen through those areas, so now we got to look at the charts, and we got to see where can we go, where can we find support. I'll give you a hint. I think we're at one right now, to be honest with you, and you know, we got some other news to talk about as well, but I don't do this alone. I got one of the busiest guys in crypto. My dude, he's the man with the plan. He's Detroit's own FD White. Let's bring him up. Oh no, the shades! The shades! No! No!
I don't know if I should wear the shades. Should I wear these? Should I wear my reading glasses? Like, I feel like Jerome Powell today. I don't know what to do. I'm just, I can't make a decision. I can't make a decision what to do. Glasses, no glasses, eyeglasses. Like, I'm Jerome Powell today, man.
The job market or the job numbers are good, they're bad. I mean, inflation is good, it's bad. It's like, what is happening, man? Like, figure it out, please. It was definitely a mixed, I don't know, message, we'll say, is the best thing that I can really come up with.
Yeah, no clear direction. And one thing that I've noticed, and this is a saying, markets hate uncertainty, and so this is just a prime example of basically the Fed is winging it. This is what we call it where I'm from. They're winging it. So they don't know what's going to happen. they're making policies and making decisions rather from the rearview mirror. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a rocky 2025. And I wanted to have a poll up, but of course we got the. So you said my volume is low. Can we turn my volume? Let me see. Let's see.
Nothing I can really do on my end. You're
We
at
got Mark
100.
Dutch. Mark Dutch will tell me exactly what's the problem. He's in the chat, so let's see. So
You're
I turned up my
peeking out
gain a
on my
little bit.
side.
All right, let me turn my gain down a little bit because
Nah, I mean,
we got a lot to say today. I got a whole lot to say. Let me know, Mark Dutch. Let me know. He'll let me know the exact truth. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. But I give it Q2, end of Q2 going into Q3. Trump flips on Powell. I'm giving it 4 to 5. I'm giving it about 5 months before Trump starts to blame everything that happens or has happened on Jerome Powell. Mark my words. This day, 2004, December 18, 2024, Jerome Powell will get blamed for everything that goes bad in the economy in Q2, Q3 of next year. So watch out for that.
yeah, man. I mean, that is Trump's MO. As soon as things kind of go off the rails a little bit, he will fire somebody in a heartbeat and not think twice, man. So, yeah, I'm sure he's on the proverbial hot seat. We'll say, just like a coach in the NFL. There is no doubt about it. But hey, let's give a shout out to Retro Mike Tech dropping a $5 super chat. Super quick here. We appreciate you, brother. He said it's a good day. It's a good day. I hear a little bit of background there. I think you're listening to us there, FD. But
Oh
it's,
yeah, to figure out. I think it's my mic. I think it's on the camera mic and not the actual mic.
okay. Yeah, I mean, on my side, it looks like your volume in terms of what I see on the indicator look okay. So not really sure. Maybe I am too loud. Maybe I need to pull it back just a little bit here. Let's do that a little bit and see if that helps. You guys let us know in the chat. We'll keep kind of tweaking this as the show goes on. Let's go over to the live chat though and say what's up to everybody that's in the chat. I mean, it is flowing already. Gonna be hard to keep up here because you guys were having a heck of a conversation before we even started, man. I think you guys were in here a little early. My nightcappers are kind of punctual, I see. I like it. Jesse Galooks in here. What's up, brother? How are you? Good to see you. Crypto Chef, K Diggity, French Toaster, hola, my friend. Harp's in the house. You know we got a showdown coming up, so we're going to be spitting a little banner back and forth here and there. You know that. Scrolling down, all sets in here with a hey, what's up to you? Let's see. Scrolling down, and here we go. Y'all just, man, blowing it up. Did I say K Diggity? If I didn't, you get to if I didn't say it. But all right, Wix Wi-Fi 89's in the chat. Our lovely moderator, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you very, very much. Army Piper's in the house. He said, "I'm a nightcapper." No cap. I know. I dig it. I didn't learn what no cap was until this year. I'm not gonna lie. His son actually taught me what it meant. So that's how I know I'm getting old. Because I used to be with it. Not no more, man. I'm out of the loop. I got to be honest with you. Let's see. I guess I'm getting old. That's all right. All right, scrolling through here. Let's see. My chat reset because that's what happens when you guys just blow it up while I'm trying to read off the names here. So here we go. Scrolling down, we got Indie Rock Crypto in the house. You know he's our official hype man username. He said, "I knew I could be late because TradeFly is never on time." Hey, bro, I hit that button at 5 on the dot. 5 on the dot. But I am going to work on something because Jesse, he did ask if I could get some music going. I think Harp was asking too. So maybe try to get some music going before pre-show. That way you guys have a little bit of something to bump to while we're trying to get things spun up. So we're gonna work on that. That's something I'll work on today or tomorrow and see if we'll have that ready to go for you guys tomorrow. So you'll basically have a little bit of intro, type music and an intro screen. So the only thing with that, and I'll say when you do that, and then you put the video out on YouTube, then you have this like big gap. So you lose, if you guys look at the numbers when people are watching a video, they drop off really fast, really quick So it's always nice to kind of get straight into the video as fast as you can. Keeps your retention numbers up a little bit higher. So maybe we'll have to go in and have somebody edit that thing out. We got some people on the team. I think somebody could go in there and just edit out that first, few minutes of the video. That'd be dope. Trade Intuition dropping a super chat. What's up, my dude? He said, loving the alpha and the alumni family. Well, Joe, you are part of the family now, so we appreciate you, brother. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the super chat. It is much appreciated. All right, rolling down here. And let's see, who else we got in here? Let's see, Jay Violet in the house. How are you, lady? Thanks for being here. Rolling Mark Dutch. He said, evening, all you sexy fib dancers. You know it, man. I ain't even gonna dance right now. Y'all just laugh at me. All right, Trade Intuition, of course. He dropping a super chat. What's up, brother? And Dave P. He said, hello, everyone. Hello to you, man. And of course, Retro Mike Tex in the house. Our dude. He was definitely dropping some alpha in the chat last night. I don't know if you guys were noticing that. We started talking about, the technological improvements of mining and not mining, but projects like Bitcoin, right? Like, is it going to be replaced at some point? And then I think that spurred into some mining conversations. But he was definitely dropping some alpha in the chat. Hope you guys were listening because the dude is wicked smart when it comes to that side of the house. So, all right, scrolling down here. Let's see what else we got. Scrolling. We only have 9 likes. Yeah, we only have 9 likes. They're reserving them, and I don't blame you for reserving your likes tonight because yesterday was a little bit crazy. We're having all kind of tech issues. We were working through it live, but I think we should be good today. So go ahead and hit that like button. We would appreciate you. C90 for the win. What's up, my dude? Thanks for being here. Of course, Wick 589, Average Crypto Joe. He said, what happened with interest rates, man? Well, they said they're going to reduce the amount of interest rate cuts for next year. So they did cut rates this time, but now the expectation is they will not cut interest rates as much next year. And man, like that, I think really when it started leading into some of the questions, and there was some waffling by Jay Powell, as soon as he started waffling, man, the market just went. So yeah, I would definitely go back and check it out. You'll notice some contradicting responses as well as, just overall, the whole thing kind of seemed a little bit contradicting in itself. So again, I would go back and check it out, watch it. But in summary, yeah, the labor market, not looking good. The inflation, that's starting to kind of work its way back a little bit as well. Not crazy. Like, he's like, hey, we did a good job. We didn't hit a recession, soft landing, yada, yada, yada. He's like, we did great. And then it's like everything else, all the data that goes along with it was not very good. So we're like, all right, what's kind of going on here? So that's kind of where we're at, man. Again, it was very contradicting, but that being said, let's keep this train going here. All right, so CVO, what's up? CVO Crypto, what's up, my dude? How you doing? We got to get you back on here, man. We're going to get you on one show. I know you got busy, and we never really touched base again. Let's definitely catch up again, get you on here. Kyle in the house, what's up, brother? What's up? He said, hit the like. I agree with that. Hit the darn like. Let's do that. Smash that like. Do whatever you want. Punch it. I don't care. Smack it. Do your thing. All right. I think I got everybody in the chat here. If I didn't, go ahead. Give me a little holler in the chat, and I will catch up with you in a bit. But that being said, FD, as always, it ain't all about crypto. I got to ask you, what's going on in the world of FD today, man? How you doing? What's up? What's going on in your world, man?
Is my mic better? Is it a little clear? Is that good?
I mean, for me, it sounds fine.
Yeah, I could tell the difference between if it's coming from my webcam or coming from the mic. But I'm doing good, man. I can't complain. Getting over this little last bit of this cold, but today was interesting. And like you said, Jerome Powell was going back and forth, and he was saying, yeah, the job market isn't bad, but it's also not looking good. We like, which one is it? Like which one is it? But he did. It was a few things that really caught my eye that he kept saying. He kept saying the economy is doing amazing, or the economy is doing good. The economy is doing good. I think I heard him say it 3 or 4 times. The economy is doing good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there like, okay. And then he was saying, it was something else that he said. It'll come to me as we talk about it. But it was just a bunch of just basically me or you could have got up there and said these things. From the leader of the Federal Reserve, we should have a little bit more clarity as to what's going on. Oh, he said today's cut was a toss up. So that doesn't show a lot of confidence either. It's like a toss up. Like you either wanted to cut or you didn't. He said it could have went either way for a pause or a cut. So if they would have paused, I think the market would have dumped a lot more. But going into I think this is still, in my opinion, a buy the dip opportunity. And my thesis is after today is really, I think, is really going to play out um, somewhat the way I think going into that Q2, possibly for a nice downturn. But I think we still have some ways to go for Bitcoin, still some ways to go for altcoins. Stock market got crushed, but the stock market has been going down. If you look at the Dow, it was down like 11 days in a row. And we were just looking at that. I was looking at that. I didn't bring it up, but I was looking at it. And I'm saying, okay, the divergence from the stock market and crypto has been going on a little bit far too long. I think we're going to get some sort of correlation a little bit soon. So we'll see, we'll see what happens, man. It's the way that they don't even know. See, this is the thing. They don't even know what's going to happen. They know what's going on behind closed doors. Of course, they got to cut interest rates because the interest on the debt is so high. So of course they have to, try to bring that down a little bit and try to blame it on like, oh well, this is doing this, this is doing that. No, they got to bring these rates down for themselves as well. So 2025 is going to shape out to be very, very rocky, upside and downside. A lot of ebbs and flows. But I think Bitcoin is still going to fare very well in the quarter one and probably quarter four. So we'll see. In between there, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm really looking forward to it because if you're a trader, you can make money both ways. It's going to be wild swings, in my opinion.
I mean, the
But
volatility is
see.
already here, bro. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, we were at 108,000 yesterday.
I mean, just think
Yesterday.
about it. Just think
Yeah.
about it. November 5th, we were, I mean, literally a little under a month ago, we just went up over like $30,000. Like, we still got a lot of bullish catalysts coming. Like Trump is talking about this strategic reserve. We got Senator Loomis talking about it. We got people getting behind that bandwagon. So it's still some bullish things that can happen. So don't get it don't get it twisted. And hopefully Bitcoin can do what it's supposed to do and tether away from what's going on. But I think we're a little bit ways away from that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. They're saying they're not going to cut, but I haven't seen a rate cut cycle where they just pause, where they just stop for a long period of time. I think something's going to happen, or they're going to manufacture something to make themselves have to cut without the data. That's where this is going to come in. I guarantee this. I can't guarantee it, but I'm really thinking something is going to happen. I don't know if aliens from Mars is going to come from those drones in New Jersey and come down or something. But it's something's going to happen, man, where they're going to have to start cutting fast, and then they're going to have to blame it on that to cut these rates. But it's coming. But I think it's going to be a wild time, wild fun time.
Yeah, right on, right on. Yeah, man, I was just measuring that out from November 4th. We're up 48% to date. 48%, man. That's
See, Dave P
crazy.
said the bird. I don't know if I want to say it, but the bird.
Yeah, I got you.
FL,
Sickness.
Yeah,
We'll say sickness.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Something is coming. Something is coming. Either some type of something like that, or just something, man. Because the Ponzi scheme has to continue. You can't just keep rates this high in this type of environment in our fiat Ponzi, policies, man. It's coming. Something's coming. 2025. I'm pretty sure something's coming.
I would say I read something that was floating around on the Twitter in Twitter land, talking about radiation exposure. That was going to be the next big thing. So be interesting. Be interesting. There's always something, right? It's inevitable. It's just what's it going to be? What's going to be that next fear thing that they inject? But that being said, let's go ahead and get into our first segment today. Y'all know what it is now. If you've been around, we like to do the Daily Degen. So we are going to go ahead and get this party started. And here we go. And I got to slide FD in the slot here. Let me get it right there. Hopefully it goes in. Nope. Why would it? Duo. TradeFly share. There it is. Got you in there. All right. So I got Bitcoin up on the 4 hour right now. The one thing I want you guys to see is a very, very simple channel. Look at this, man. If you just played this channel, it was showing you where a short opportunity was. You can actually see off the 2 hits, RSI was trending down just a little bit. MACD got across, and you had resistance of the top side of that channel. Looks like we might have lost FD there for a second, but that's all right. We're going to keep pushing with this. Looking at your guys' votes right now, looks like you are 80% long right now. I don't know that there's going to be much argument about what we're going to do here. You are getting to a little area of support, but I don't know. We haven't quite hit it yet, at least on this trend line. This was a very simple horizontal that we drew. Again, if you guys are new here, the way we do it, minimal TA, but you know, I do give you the opportunity to pick if you want to go long or short. And it looks like you guys want to go long, so I'm going to honor that. 50x, let's get it. Let's get this party started. Here we go, 50x. Boom, got that going. It'll be a small one. No, not going too crazy with it. There we go. Let's just do 100 because I know that that's about 10 bucks there. All right, there it is. You guys want to go long? We are going long. Here we go. It is in, and it looks like we got FD back here, so I'm going to go ahead and bring them up. Boom, shakalaka. All right, so here you go, FD. We didn't do a whole lot of TA, man. You know it's a Degen segment. They want to go long.
Yeah.
They were like 80% long. There wasn't much thought about it. We didn't do any TA. Not really. We are at an area support. We're in a channel right now. But yeah, that's it, man. This is the Degen segment. We'll come back and check on it later. We'll get you your TA though. You got to stick around for that. We'll do that here in a few minutes. So let's go ahead and get into some of the news. Knock that out so we can get into the stuff you guys really like, because we know why you're here. Let's go over to our first segment. All right, so FED Chair Powell says we have avoided a recession and expect another very good year. We've talked about it, okay? It was mixed signals, but he did say he seemed to be pretty happy with the work that they've done up to this point. And I would say there is maybe an argument to be made that, you know, it was a, you know, theoretically soft landing, we'll say. You know, nothing really got crushed too much. There was some banks that defaulted and went under a while ago, but you know, I don't know. It's really tough to say, to be honest. I feel honestly like we're being just deceived at every like point, right? I just feel like the rules are made up and the points don't matter half the time with this data that we're getting. But here nor there, that's what he said today. And of course, we've already talked about the interest rate cuts and the inflation coming back and the job numbers being weak. And we've talked about that, right? We said that's kind of a bad recipe. We're setting up for a bad recipe here. And the other thing that I want you to take note of, and we've talked about this a little bit, but I don't know what impact this is going to have. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's something that we really should consider. But CEOs are exiting their positions right now at a historically high rate. Like, it's one of the highest numbers that we've ever seen. So that's like, to me, I'm always like, all right, let's think like a shark. And these dudes are getting out of their positions. Why is that? And, you know, follow the smart money, man. Like, they are usually ahead of the curve. There's usually a reason and a method to their madness, especially when they're acting in unison as a group. Like, that's something I think you should probably take note of. Personal opinion there. FD, what do you think about that, man? You think that that's maybe a signal or a hint that we could have some rough times coming up?
You know what? I was looking for a tweet that I tweeted a little bit earlier, but I don't see it. But basically, it was saying that some of the smartest people have been wrong for the past 2-3 years, and they still haven't changed their tune. You know, a lot of them are hanging their hats on their thesis, and they still haven't changed their tune. Me, I was wrong going into 2023, and I quickly changed. Well, not quickly, probably mid 2023, I started to change my position, change my thesis, and, you know, go longer a little bit from 2023 and on up. And I think right now a lot of people who were predicting this mass recession or things like that, it may come true. You know, 2025, 2026, I'm sure it'll come eventually. Who knows for how long? But right now, even with the downturn, I think we're still in a risk-on environment. And I'm going to continue to play it that way until, something happens. I mean, through all this, we're still at 100K, like for Bitcoin. This is the number that we all been waiting for. This is what we all been hanging our hats on, like them. and we've been waiting for this 100K. So
And
we're
we're
still
retesting
holding.
it right now. We're retesting it to now flip it into support. So this is kind of a big deal. We're at a really important level, I think, for Bitcoin specifically.
But yeah, definitely. So in the altcoins, they're getting a lot of them are getting blasted, but they're not getting blasted like that. Like the overall market is down, yeah, but it's not down like that. This is the stock market where we go down 2-3%, and everybody's looking, to hang themselves from their ties. Like we're still at 100K. A lot of I'm going through my list. A lot of these altcoins are still like a lot of even these terrible altcoins that have nothing to do with no utility, no nothing. They're not even going down like that much. Like so it's a good buy the dip opportunity for me, in my opinion. I think I'm going to try to buy a little bit more of some things, but I am getting a little bit more cautious. This is just one of the things that I want to say. We are getting a little bit more cautious as to this is a precursor to 2025. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what's coming. So if they don't know what's coming, they're just going to be reactive and not proactive. So we need to be reactive as well. But I think we're still in a risk on environment. And, of course, I'm taking a lot of the fundamental news and a lot of these, press conferences and what's going on. And then we have the technicals, which I'm really looking at. And we're holding support levels. We're holding 100K, a psychological 100K area. I got my phase lines. I got trend lines. I got Fibonacci's. I got all type of stuff that I'm looking at. And I'm
Yeah.
gauging my analysis from there. But for the most part, like we are literally still above 100K after all this madness. I think this is a good cool down consolidation period. We'll see how the rest of the week ends. And going into next week, I mean, we might be at 115. Like this market has been very, very choppy to the upside, though. It's been choppy to the upside. So a lot of these flush outs have been quickly bought up. So we'll see if that happens again.
Right on. Yeah, man. Totally agree, man. It's really important to be aware and be able to pivot. Like it's very important. Like there is going to be times where like you have a hunch, you got a feeling, and the sentiment and the dynamics of what's going on, it changes. And so are you going to stay in a position, blindly and just be like, and be stubborn about it? And that's why I think a lot of times it's really important to practice risk management, right? Especially if you're like scalping or intraday. But something you'll see all the time with a lot of the traders is you'll see they'll put those little long entry boxes or the short entry boxes, and in the top and the bottom side of where they're going to get in and out is already kind of predetermined. Right? Like it's like, okay, well, I'm going to hold it down, 1%, or I'm going to do a 3-to-1 or a 2-to-1 or whatever the case may be, or I'm just going to take it down to the support level. And then if that doesn't work out, I'm going to pivot, and I think that's a really important mindset to bring to your overall strategy as well. Is like, if it's not working and, the market is getting a little bit weird, like understand, like at some point you got to cut your losses and kind of move on or pivot, right? And you'll see that with businesses all the time. There's businesses that will open up a different, I don't know, we'll say section or a different entity within a company, and it doesn't do well. And they're just like, okay, well, done. And people are like, well, you just spent, $100 million on that piece of the company, and you just axed the whole thing. Everything's gone. People, the technology, the patents, everything. They're just like, done, move on to the next thing. And I think that's somewhat important to be able to do in crypto or in, trading, stocks, whatever the case may be. So I just wanted to kind of, double down on what you just said. I'll just say I am very much in agreement, with that notion. So, all right.
So even TradeFly, before we move on, even if, I got my thesis that I've been talking about since, for the past like 3 months, even before we started to pump, even if my thesis doesn't start to play out and we start to just pump into Q2, into Q3, I mean, I'll just change. It's not like I'm just going to just exit the market as a whole. Like I'm going to exit my positions and, some going into Bitcoin, some going into fiat. But if the market starts to ramp back up, or if the market never slows down, then I'll just keep holding, keep going. Like it's not anything that you have to. And a lot of people get so upset at these influencers or these content creators because they pivot or they switch. Like we're investing too. Like I don't care if people get mad at me, but I try to be right as much as my ability, and I try to do it with integrity. That's a big difference. But a lot of times I'm trying to gauge these markets in the future sense, and that's hard to do. That's very hard to do, man.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really trying to be liquid. And if I am pivoting or moving or changing my thesis, I'm making sure I'm wholeheartedly telling the community, telling everybody what I'm doing, and not just, doing something off a whim. Always letting my community know exactly what I'm doing in real time.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think that's really important, man, especially we're people that, there's others that are kind of like building a picture, right? They're kind of working their analysis and they take what we say into account sometimes. And so you got to be very, very careful of the things that you're saying. And that's why I never jump up and down about certain areas and be like, I'm not a real huge I told you so guy. Like I will go back sometimes and be like, hey, like this was a
Hey,
nice
man.
call. You got to take some credit for it because we got to build a little credibility, but like we're not here trying to shill things either. Like I will say, hey, I do like this project. Like you guys know, like I do like AVAX. I want to see that do well. They've got some good deals in place, but I have no affiliation whatsoever with them. And so it's just really important to understand that we're people too, right? And we're here and we're going to make mistakes right along with you. We're kind of going along this journey more so together than anything. We just, we decided to hit the record button. We just came on and was like, you know what? Let me record this and let's be a part of the community. And we're not by any means perfect. So, all right, let's go ahead. Let's get into some of the news. We got to bring up our third member of the show here. Y'all know who it is, Mr. Elmer Fudd. All right, here we go. Fed Chair Powell says the Fed is not allowed to own Bitcoin. Well, that's going to cause an issue. And I'm not saying that's why anything dumped today, but that would definitely go against what old Trumper is saying, bringing the strategic reserve there. If the Fed cannot own Bitcoin, might get a little bit weird. So I don't know how that'll work in terms of a policy and then putting something in place legally. I'm sure that something will have to be approved formally for them to be able to do that. And don't worry, things can be changed. You guys know that laws are changed all the time. So hopefully that is something that they will be able to modify so that they will be able to actually own Bitcoin or hold Bitcoin, because we know that at some points they do hold it and they sell it, at least the US government does. So I would be interested to do a little more research and figure out how that all kind of works and how it's all intertwined. And who's actually the custodian, we'll say, in terms of the Bitcoin, because a lot of it is like confiscated Bitcoin from, people doing allegedly shady things. We don't know what they're actually doing, but somehow, some way, the U.S. government ends up with a lot of Bitcoin. So it would be nice if they accumulate that Bitcoin to actually use it as a reserve. I think it makes a lot of sense. And again, that would definitely be bullish for Bitcoin. All right, so that is the first article here, but we also have what you guys know happened today is the market absolutely tanked. It dumpsy dude. And there was over 1.5 trillion wiped out from the U.S. stock market today. And it was definitely in the billions for crypto. So, a lot of money left the market today. But that being said, like FD had mentioned, like it could be opportunity. Okay, so when there's red, there's sometimes opportunity. And I will say some of my nicest hits, like on swing trades, or not even swing trades, really daily type trades, were red market or red days like this. When everything was dumping, everybody was kind of getting shaken out. I was buying, and I have definitely had some really, really nice days off of that. Granted, they were very degen plays, but that being said, they did play out. And we'll get into the TA and we'll look and be like, hey, there is a couple support levels. It definitely can hold up here. And 100K, psychological number, that's what we want to see. Flip that thing from resistance into support. All good, baby. Keep that bullish structure and keep it moving. All right, let's go over the economic calendar. You guys did see the Fed interest rate decision today. Yep, they did cut rates, and then they announced that they were reducing some of the rate cuts for next year. And again, we've talked about that already. So what else do we have left here? Let's see, FOMC economic projections, Fed press conference, that all happened today already as well. So that's all talking. That's why you don't see percentages there. For tomorrow, you got GDP growth rates. And for Friday, you got core PCE price index month over month, personal income, and personal spending coming up. So there's still some things that can have an impact on the market. Just be aware of that. It is not over. The FOMC meeting had a definitely an impact on today, but again, these numbers can actually have a little bit of an impact too. Like, say these numbers come back, negative, right? Say they're not, forecast up to forecast or the consensus, then this dump could continue. Like, that's very much a real possibility that you get the starts of it from the FOMC, meeting or the press conference, and then you get some bad data on the backside of it. That will potentially keep the price down as well. So that being said, let's go over to the total market cap. That is currently sitting at 3.7 trillion. That is down 0.23%. 24-hour trading volume is at 188 billion, and that is down 12.47%. Bitcoin dominance is currently sitting at 56.73%, and that is up 0.12% over the last day. Fear and greed index is at 80. That is extreme greed as far as I know. Let me see where that actually starts here. Whoa. All right. Looks like I needed to update it. Numbers just dropped here. We are in greed now at 69. So it looks like I needed to update the page there. Let's go over to the bubbles, and you can see that, hey, look at that, a little recovery for Pingu. That's what I said. I didn't think it was a rug, man. I think, just a lot of people, dumped. People that were holding dumped on the newbies, but it is recovering. This is not the same as the old Hawk Tua thing that we had going on, but here you go. It's up 18.9%. So good to see there. If people stayed in there, didn't sell off, then at least now it's going back up. So good news. BGB, that's up 8%. I feel like I've been talking about that a couple times. It's been a big mover, at least volatile, in both directions. So keep an eye on that. Don't know too much about BitGet token. I guess it's just like, Binance token or some of those, or BCP. So yeah, I'm guessing it's similar. All right, things that are getting hit. PYTH is down 13%, Phantom 14.2, AVAX 11.5, FET 12.1. So a lot of things are 10% and above. So I'm not going to go through that whole list because there's a ton of them that are 10% and above. Not looking great. Alts definitely took the bigger hit today. Not too surprised by that. But what we want to see now is Bitcoin consolidate over some areas of support. Coming down to the liquidation heat map. Hey, can't say. Look at this. We talked about it yesterday. 102,000. That was something. We had multiple areas of confluence in that area, both on FD's charts and on my charts, that were showing you 102,000 was well within play. In the liquidity, I'm a big proponent of this map. I'm just telling you that price action has a tendency to follow liquidity. I really, truly would urge you to bring this into your scan as you guys are looking at day trading or scalping. I just think this map is amazing. I really do. And there's a lot of people that use the daily opens and the closes and price actions chase the liquidity off of those, like stop losses and all that. That's cool, but this consolidates it for you. Right? And it gives you a visual reference. And I love that. It makes it just so much easier. So that being said, we cleared out the liquidity. Look at this. It's getting dark now, right? So what does that do? We come down. You got about 100K as an area of support. There's a trend line we'll look at here in a minute. And then it's cooling down. It is cooling down. That's good. That means you have the opportunity for a bounce. Now, I'm not saying it's going to bounce, but it gives you the opportunity. It opens up the door to get a little bounce, right? So that's good news. We've already kind of zoomed out. We looked at it as well. We did talk about around 62,000 or so is really the hottest spot on the map. That is definitely an area for you guys to take a mental note of as well. So let's go over to the chart. Now, we did look at this. Probably, I don't know if it was a couple days ago or last week, but I did bring this chart up, right? Sometimes I like to kind of bring the two up. I got Chart Prime. This is kind of like a Market Cypher B knockoff. But the only thing that I'm really looking for on this is the stochastic. All right. So I'm looking at the stochastic, which is the green and white line. And then I'm looking at BBWP. So again, I'll give credit to Eric Crown because this is his strategy on the 5 days specifically. He has a great hit rate with this strategy alone. And it's very, very simple. And that's why I love it. Okay. So you see the price is cooling down. You can see that by the red. That's pretty easy to see, right? We've got very overextended. We're kind of hot. BBWP, you can see this right here. Red indicates that you are coming to an end of a trend, and then you get the stochastic cross. All right, so the stochastic cross in unison with this this BBWP saying that we're coming to an end of a trend, kind of let me know that, you know, there could be an opportunity for a pullback, a cool down, consolidation. That's really what it's indicating here. The blue would say, hey, we're ready for some volatility, right? So think about the Bollinger Bands being very compressed. That is what that is saying. And then we're like, hey, okay, we're ready for a move. What you can look for then, this is just the inverse, is you can look for a stochastic cross, right? And it could be up or down, just so you know as well. But you get, you know, a cross up, you're looking for bullish movement. You're looking for some price action to go up. If it's crossing down, let's say it's, you know, pretty high up. So on that as well, there's a couple things you want it to be above 20 and 80. But that's, you know, talking about the strategy, you know, getting a little bit too in depth here. So just want to point that out to you. Not surprised to see some consolidation is really the moral of the story here. Let's go to the charts. All right. So we got the dumpsy-doo that we've been talking about here. So we can go ahead and get rid of this. This is just garbage at this point. Not going to lock it. I'm going to get rid of it. Sorry, Mark. Got to go. All right. So we did come down from, you know, a couple key areas, man. This, I'll tell you what, this fib extension played out pretty nice. And I want to point this out to you. So we were looking at the 0.32 or the 0.382. We did have some confluence there with a trend line, which I have still up. But you can see there was confluence there. We got a nice wick off of that. All right, then we came up and our next stop, we had another trend line that went back to 2018, and that was at the 0.5 at about 107, 200 or so. Not going to be perfect. We went up to about 108, but still the confluence was there, showing you that there was an opportunity to hit some resistance. All right, so we did hit that resistance. We have now knocked our head on that. Then in conjunction with the FOMC meeting with Chair Powell, we got some negative news, and boom, that thing just dumped. And we are now testing a key area. All right. So we did talk about this point of control here, the value area high, negative point of control. That thing has been touched in all kinds of naughty ways. And then you had the previous value area high and point of control before that range, right? So this is Sunday to Sunday. This is all time based, just so you know. But this point of control goes out. So we can move this down right here to this point of control, or really the value area high. I think that's probably the better play, just given the trend line here, as well as the moving average, because you want to try to find the confluence for the play here. So we're at about 100,000, 186 right now. Not looking good for the Daily Degen, by the way. But we are looking like there's an opportunity to find some support, right? Because we have a trend line, no closes underneath of that. We got the moving average. I think this is the 5 on the daily. All right, so the 5-day on the daily, and then you have the value area high of a previous range. So there's a couple things lining up here, and that's all at about 99.3, 99.5, we'll say, somewhere in that area. What I don't like about this, to be clear, is that you're falling under 100K. But we have done it before. So if you come back left on the chart and you're like, all right, well, you know, 100K psychological number, you want to flip that. Yes, you do. And I don't know. I think it's important to hold, but at the same time, look at how we've interacted with it, right? Like once we broke it, it was no longer really a factor. We did find support right here, ultimately, before we made our next move up, which was December 12th and 13th. You know, you got a couple hits of support there before it took off. But, you know, we'd like to see that again. But if you really look at the bar itself, you look at the low, 99.2. And 99, we'll call it 3. Okay, so where does that line up with? Almost right with this. So I would not be surprised to find a little bit of price action off of this area. It could be an opportunity. The thing that kind of makes you think twice too is you're looking at the oscillator on the daily, 45-degree angle down and right. No hope on the daily. Let's look at the 4 hour, see if it's telling us a little bit of a different story. It is about to reset. So check this out. You have the dynamic reactor. You got the money flow point of control all in the 4 hour. All right. So now we're really adding some confluence to this area. I am loving this a little bit more. And then you look back left on the chart, you have a reversal indicator here, right? So, and the reason I'm showing it to you is because look at where we're at right now. We're in a very clear area that you could see the oscillator begin to reset, work its way back up. So all of that is just, you know, building, you know, some confluence and be like, hey, you know what? There could be an opportunity here for a bounce. I would love to see it. And, you know, just coming back left on the chart, let's look. Like, where do we find support and resistance? We already talked about this. You can see this one right here. You can see that selling pressure right there. And then coming back right here, you see resistance. You hear resistance here. So, you know, there's a lot of things that are saying that this is actually the true area that you want to see find support to flip, you know, previous area of resistance into support. So again, a few things lining up, but I'm not going to say I feel strongly about it, only because of the negative sentiment, coming off of the meeting. So like, what would be a strong feeling had we not gotten that particular, notion, or that news, we'll say, from today's meetings? I would feel a lot better about coming down to this, but now it's like you kind of got to incorporate some of the news and the sentiment that's going on. But again, I think the opportunity is there. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of leaning towards taking a flyer on this, personally, just, with a little bit of capital here, and see if it plays out. So, when I was talking about this boxes and I was saying, hey, you could do like a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, I just want to show you what I'm talking about with that, just in case you guys aren't tracking. But this is, a nice way to do a little bit of risk management, right? So, all right, so we're looking at this. Where can we find some support, right? Let's say that we dip down a little bit underneath of this, because sometimes you'll see that it'll wick down, they'll clear out some liquidity, they'll shake people out, and then you'll get a bounce, and you're like, damn, like I got stopped out of something that I should have stayed in. But realistically, where do you think we can go? Let's find something. Oh man, just looking at this, you got the moving averages here. Let's do like a 2-to-1. All right, that would be a nice little play, and I still feel good about going up to that moving average at a minimum. So maybe a 2.5. All right. So this is something that you can do to kind of help you out with, that risk to reward, at least, just giving you something to look at visually, and that'll help you kind of set like, hey, where am I going to exit? Where am I going to put my stop loss? Some people just trade this way altogether. They don't even really consider too much of, the support, the resistance levels, and all that, and all those, right? Because think about it, like 3-to-1, right? You only need to win one. You can lose a couple. Gucci, trade again. But, I think risk management is probably one of the more important aspects of day trading, we'll say, right? I think that is very, very important. All right. So there you go. Just looking at that again, I am, we'll say, intrigued at looking at a potential opportunity here where we're at. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to FD. Let's see what you got, man.
So I want to share this. I'm not going to do any traditional TA, right? I'm going to do something in a second, but let's go to this right here. Am I sharing a different screen?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I see me right now. I hope everybody's not seeing that as well. Oh, that was a close up, man. Oh, good Lord.
So hey man, it's all right. It's all good. So what I'm looking at right now is the Pi cycle top indicator. So I don't know who's been tracking this, who believes in it. Usually with data, you don't believe in it. You just read it and you make a educated guess off of it. But it's pretty much timed every top that we had, besides like those second top we had last bull run at the end of 2021. But it's when the 111-day moving average comes up to the 350-day moving average times 2. I think that's what it's telling me right here. And look, all these other touches that we had, this was back in when we had the top at 64, and then we had some back, 2017. Let's check this out. So just give me a second, because I just came over to this. So this was around January. We had the peak. I think the peak was about, we start touching here, which was almost about 20K it should be. Yep, 19,640. And now let's look and see what we're looking at right now, because I'm doing this in real time just to see, because I haven't checked this in a long time, but I'm starting to look at this now just because of the environment that we're in. And we're still pretty much far apart. So the 111-day moving average is way below that 350-day. So I am keeping my eye on this. This is something that I'm keeping my eye on, like I said. And if your conviction is waning a little bit and you believe in this, then this basically tells you that we do have ways to go up. So let's go over to the chart now and see what I'm looking at while we think about that. We keep that on the back of our mind. So I want to next go to the DXY. So the DXY has hit a 2-year high. So this, I was watching this, but the DXY was moving in correlation with Bitcoin for a while. So I was like, okay, this hasn't really happened like that, too much in the past, but the DXY is actually moving up while Bitcoin is moving up. So I didn't know what to expect from it, but now it's like breaking key levels, 2-year levels and Bitcoin is starting to come down a little bit. So I am getting a little bit worried. I wanted to see a rejection around 107.2, 107.5 at the most. We just blasted straight through it. I mean, we blasted straight through this line. This is from last year, and this is what I was looking at. So last year, let's equate it to last year when we started this time. So July 2023, we started to go up. So Bitcoin, was going down, going down, going down as this was going up. And then what happened in October of 2023? This is when crypto really started its, the bull run really started. Some people say the bull run started when after FTX, or it just depends on your definition of when the bull run started. But the bull run for me really started about a year, some months ago, around October 2023. So this is actually lines up with what the DXY did. We got this nice double top at this rejection line at about 107, where I wanted to get rejected at this time, but we didn't get rejected. And then we started to get rejected, and we came down all the way to the beginning of January. And then we got that last push to March, which was the first top of this bull cycle for crypto. And then we started to make our way back up. So I'm looking at this right now, and I'm like, okay, the DXY, I want to see this break down. I don't want to see this continue to climb. This is not good. This is not good. Like, this is, Bitcoin has so much bullish momentum. Crypto has a lot of bullish things going for it. But this is just like another weight trying to hold it down. This DXY, once this reverses and goes down and we have all that bullish news, I think we'll start to blast off. And I think this may happen fairly soon, probably in Q1. I think this will be another catalyst. A rollover of the DXY will be another catalyst for Bitcoin to, make its way back up to those numbers that we talked about. But I mean, even from September or October all the way till now, like, the DXY has been on a tear, and Bitcoin, crypto, has been going up alongside with that. So that's just telling you the strength of Bitcoin, the strength of the crypto market. Next, let's look at Bitcoin dominance. And this is another thing that I'm looking at because I'm altcoin heavy. And this is what I really don't want to see for altcoins. But in the grand scheme of things, I'll accept it because this just means that, okay, let's get a little bit more pressure in Bitcoin, and then we'll see what altcoins do once this starts to roll over. So we got to go on a weekly time frame for this one right here so we can get an accurate depiction of what I'm seeing. So this channel that we had started all the way back from the FTX collapse. Let me turn these actually turn my moving averages off. So I started this channel from the FTX collapse down at about 15,500. We were at about 40% Bitcoin dominance, and we just really started to go up for like the past 2 years. We got all the way up. I think we topped out at about 61? Yeah, 61.63. So I said, once we break down from this channel, I think this is when, we're going to start to see altcoins move, and altcoins move hard, and eventually get to that coveted altcoin season that we're all looking for. But we just broke back into this channel. And if we go to the daily. So we broke down, and I told everybody, I said, look for a lower high for Bitcoin dominance to come in. So we got that lower high, and we started to break down again. And now we have a higher high, which I don't like. And we're breaking into this channel. We're breaking back into this channel, which I don't dislike because, as long as Bitcoin is going up and Bitcoin dominance is going up, that's still cool with me. But I think if we stay in this channel, I think we could potentially, alts may have a nice little time trying to get up. I talked about this a couple days ago on Twitter. And I think we could possibly get back up to that high 59 to 60% level. I ultimately had a target of 63.88 to 64%. That's what I really wanted to see. Let me see if I can draw it out. I really wanted to see Bitcoin. Where's that at? I really wanted to see, here we go, Bitcoin dominance. I thought we were going to flip this, and I thought we were going here. And then I thought we were just going to get a mega washout with, or a mega fall when it comes to Bitcoin dominance. But right now, it looks like we're creeping back into this channel. And if we hold this, I think we're just ultimately going to get back up to the 60% level. And if Bitcoin is going down or staying stagnant, or it looks like we may be breaching 100K a little bit potentially soon. So if this keeps going up and Bitcoin is falling, alts are going to continue to bleed. So I really want to see, I don't really mind us getting back in this channel and going back up to the 60% level, but I really want to see Bitcoin start to go up while Bitcoin dominance is going up. So I'm really keeping my eye out on this because, like I said, I'm altcoin heavy, and I see a lot of people. I see the sentiment on X. I see the sentiment in my comments. I see the sentiment in the overall crypto market, and it's showing me that even though Bitcoin is still hovering around 100,000, people are a little bit gloomy. So what is that telling me? That's telling me that people are altcoin heavy. So you want to keep a close eye on this Bitcoin dominance and see what happens with that. It looks like we are approaching 100,000 on the dot. So we'll see if we hold that. Right now, we just hit 99,998. So we're going to keep our eye out on Bitcoin as we stream. But this is another thing that I'm looking at, this channel that everybody and their mama was looking at. And we came to the top. Everybody was looking at this. So it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. We got rejected right at about 108. And then we came down. And now, since everybody was looking at it, or everybody is looking at this channel, I'm thinking we come back down possibly to around this low 99, possibly 98.5 level to see how we react. Let me draw this circle so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. See how we react here. And this is just basic TA. Basic TA. I mean, this is just a basic uptrend. Up, down, up, down, up. And now, once we cross that midpoint of this uptrend, boom, now we come down. That would be the logical thing to do. And that's what we did. So CBO was just in the chat, and this is something that he probably would say, like, okay, this was inevitable. Once we hit this top and we broke this, the midpoint of this range or the midpoint of this channel, and we used it as resistance, the obvious thing to do next, technically, is hit the bottom of the range. And it looks like we may be coming down to there or coming down there. And maybe the FOMC meeting was just a little bit of a push to get us where we were going to inevitably go. So I'm watching what's going on. I'm really not, too concerned about what's going on right now. I will get a little bit more concerned. I do have some volume profiles. I will get a little bit concerned. We have a lot of volume here, whole lot of volume in this around 80, I'll say 85 to 100K level. If we start to lose that, I have a red bar here. If we start to lose that 85 level, I'll be starting to get a little bit concerned. But then we do have that CME gap coming in at about, we'll say about 77 to 80K. If we lose that, then I'm going to start reassessing some things. And then if we come down a little bit further, then I'm going to start, I'll keep everybody updated. But I think that's when I'll start to get really, really worried about this point right here around that 70 to 73K area. So right now, we're still at 100K. We got like another $30,000 down to go before I get really, really concerned. So like I said, until we start breaking key levels, I'm not really too concerned. I'm not really too worried. And I'm not really, unless I'm trading these short-term moves, I'm just really looking at these longer term metrics. I'm looking at that Pi cycle top indicator. I'm looking at the DXY, waiting for that to roll over. I mean, we're at 108 right now. We were just at 100. We thought it was going down. Everybody said it was going down to like 95, 80, 89, 85, all these lower numbers. And we back at 108, potentially going up to 110. So these are just things that's also weighing the crypto market down too. And we showed strength as the DXY was going up, Bitcoin was going up. So like I said, it was like you trying to run or you trying to climb uphill with a weight jacket on, with a weight vest. What we wanted to see was DXY coming down while Bitcoin was going up so we can have an easier path to go up. So right now, like I said, alts are bleeding. A lot of these coins, man, I think my thesis is still playing out. I'm gonna keep saying that. I said the end of this quarter, the end of this year, I think, Bitcoin, I think we still may have some sort of small rally going into the end of the year. We'll see if the Santa Claus rally plays out potentially next week and a little bit going into the new year. But alts are getting smashed. But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, XRP is still at 227. Ondo is still at $1.75. A lot of these coins are still pretty high from where they were 2-3 weeks ago. So you got to zoom out sometimes. And I wrote down this point because I didn't want to forget it. You can come back, TradeFly, because I want to discuss this with you too.
Right on.
So I said, over the past week or so, couple weeks with all the volatility, you see how we were up. Everybody was euphoric. Who was thinking about selling? This is what I want. Who was thinking about selling as the market was going up? Who was thinking about taking profits as the market was going up, as the euphoria was kicking in? This is what's going to happen. You need to work on this right here. This is what needs to happen. Now, as the market is dumping, who's thinking about selling? Pretty much nobody. Nobody wants to sell in the red like that. So these are some things you need to think about as these market fluctuations happen, because nobody wants to sell during euphoria. Nobody wants to sell during downturns. So when are you going to sell? You need to have a plan. You need to have a plan. We've been going up, 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 up for the past month or so. Who was thinking about selling? Not too many people took profits. You have to have these things in your head. You have to have this game plan, because, like, what if that was the top? I don't think it was the top. Most people don't think it was the top. Probably wasn't the top. But let's say we start getting to these numbers: 120, 130, 140, 150. Let's say XRP is at $5, $6. Let's say Ethereum's at 8, 7, 8,000. People are gonna think it's going to 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. It's a never-ending game inside your head. You need to figure out a plan and figure out how you feel during these emotional times in the market, and try to pull emotions to the side and start to pay yourself. That's what I say. I say you need to pay yourself, even if you're not taking the profits that you want to take. As long as you pay yourself on the way up. If you do miss the top, or something happens and the market starts to crash, you won't feel as bad, because you've been paying yourself over the past few pumps or whatever you want to take. So it's just something that you got to think about, man. Something that I've been thinking about with all these market fluctuations, with all these dumps. I mean, we had a 12K day, TradeFly. We went up and we went down in a $12,000 increment. So, the market has been very, very volatile. And we need to we need to really think about taking profits, because you don't want to I round tripped a lot of money. You don't want to do that. It's a bad feeling.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Great advice, man. All right. Hey, I'm going to give a quick little look at PYTH. I saw you guys talking about that in the chat, so I'm going to just give you a number to look at. All right, so we'll keep it really quick here. But, I like to give you those quick hitters sometimes to just be like, hey, look at this area. There's definitely some confluence and, opportunity. Okay, so PYTH is working its way down right now. It is coming off of the 0.5, so it's underneath the trend line. It's underneath the dynamic reactor, and this is all on the daily. All right, so it looks like it's working its way down. Now, I mean, it could hold up. You have seen it get underneath of the trend line at least a couple times. But that being said, I want you to key in on this area. I got to put an airplane on there. It's green. Let you guys know. TradeFly's in the house here. But the 618 at about 35 cents. There's also the 200 SMA on the moving average, right? So the moving average right there as well. You got a little bit of confluence. I would say at about 35 cents. Take a look-see. Okay, keep that on your charts there. Could be an opportunity there for a little scalp trade, or maybe even a day trade for you right there at about 35 cents. Just wanted to point that out to you. That would also give the oscillator an opportunity to reset, right? So all good things there. If the price does come down, it's not too far away, so it's definitely within reason. So we'll see. But a nice little spot there. If not, I mean, look at it right now. You're at the 0.5, and you're at a trend line right now that should theoretically hold up as support. So you're seeing that there's some similarities between different assets right now. Okay, so you can see that a couple of them are at the bottom of trend lines, or they're at support, or they're at the 0.5, or they're at the 618. So you're starting to see those things line up again. I will say quite a few times that we have seen that historically, and the markets tend to kind of move and bounce together as well. So keep an eye on that. But again, I think 35 cents is a nice little area to keep your eye for PYTH. So there you go. Keeping it quick there, because it is about that time to get out of here. Unless we got the FD one more segment, we'll see what he's got for you guys. What you got, man?
No, I'm gonna let you get out of here, TradeFly, man. I just want people to realize, like, look, a couple weeks we were just euphoric. Everybody was like 180K by December, and now the market is kind of flipped a little bit on us. But just want people to take profits, man. I don't want the bear market. A lot of people went through the bear market. A lot of people went through a lot of these things in crypto. I want you to be rewarded, for your conviction, rewarded for holding, and rewarded for, coming to the Nightcap, man. I appreciate it. And I want you all to be paid. I want you to be paid, and I want you to be paid through crypto. And I don't want you to round trip. So I want people to pay themselves, and just remember how you felt when the market was going up and everything was euphoric, and remember how you feel today, and try to correlate that to how you're going to manage to take these profits when you feel like, when you have these emotions, man, because it's hard to sell either way.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, just a quick update for you guys on the Daily Degen. It does look like right now it's in the negative 5.94%, but nothing too crazy there. So it's all good in the hood. But right now it is a little bit in the negative, but it is what it is. All right, so you guys go long every single day. You guys have been hitting for 20, 30%, I think 70% one time. So you guys are very much still in the green in terms of my eyes. With that being said, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. I appreciate you guys for being here. We appreciate you guys for being here. Again, if you got anything from today, like and subscribe. We would really appreciate that. You know, that's your way of saying thanks for us, and you know that's what, I don't know. I guess we enjoy. Who knows? Anyways. Struggling with that. All right, we're gonna get out of here though, guys. Be safe, trade safe, and we will see you again tomorrow. With that, we're out of here.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go. Go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.